Today's oracle is Billie Holiday, and Billie says, if you are going to play, play with your whole soul. You have no understudy, and sometimes losing beats winning.
Nice. I like that losing beats winning. From all our failures, we gain experience. From all our suffering, we gain strength. It's all in your perspective. All right, we're going to start today just allowing ourselves to land and arrive into the practice. You might take a big sigh out like I just did. Scan through the body and allow everything to soften down. Whatever things you've been trying to nut out, just leave them aside for half an hour. And you might just scan through the body and feel into the connections to the ground beneath you, your legs, your feet. Maybe see if you can soften through the jaw, through the teeth, through the forehead. Take our arms down by the side. Slowly inhale to lift up and reach up. Turn the palms and just feel like the shoulders and the elbows are sinking down. Everything growing heavy. Empty out the lungs. Let's inhale to lift up, reach up. Turn the palms side out. One more time. Inhale to reach up. Let's bring our left hand to our heart center, right hand down to our lower belly. And you might take a moment just to become aware of the breath. Without trying to change it, just watch what it's doing. Once you find the inhale, just follow it all the way. Just allow it to expand and extend. And then when you exhale, I feel that feeling of hand coming back towards the spine. As we bring our focus to our breath, we might also find more presence. Sense of living in the here and now, moving away from that endless replaying of events that happens in our mind, that endless jumping into the future, looking forward, anticipating what's next. We might remind ourselves of some of those key concepts of karma, of our action. How we do anything is how we do everything. We tend to always make allowances for ourselves, but let's look at our actions, our day, and take responsibility for what kind of pattern our life has and what effect we might be having on others. How we do anything is how we do everything. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . So often we judge others on their actions. We tend to judge ourselves for our intentions rather than our actions. So maybe today we might make a small intention to do the same for others. See them for what they might like to do rather than what they do. Become open to possibility, to connection. If your eyes are closed, slowly blink them open. We're going to start with a point on our large intestine meridian called the Hegu point. It's on the webbing of in between our thumb and our forefinger. Just roll your thumb up until you're almost at the bone, at the top of that bone on the end of your index finger. And we're just going to press in here. This is a point to relieve pain, all kinds of things, very common in Chinese medicine. Whenever you might be having that feeling of being uncomfortable or having pain in the body, press here and just see what happens. Headaches, whatever it might be. You might roll the thumb around a little, just using the flat part of the thumb. Just hold it in for a minute or two. Might feel a little uncomfortable. This is, of course, how we teach ourselves to cope with things not going our way in life. Can train ourselves to be patient, to simply wait when we feel a little uncomfortable, trusting that we know the difference between pain and discomfort, trusting in our body's intuition and our own healing capacity. Bring the focus back on the breath. Side out. Let's find this point on our opposite hand, our Hegu point. Just moving up that webbing till you reach nearly the top. In between the thumb and the forefinger. Just rolling the flat part of the thumb. You might notice each hand feels a little differently to the other. Sometimes we convince ourselves our bodies are symmetrical, but of course they're not. We only have a heart on one side, our lungs are different sizes. So many things only happen on one side of our body. Our left and our right brain have completely different functions, and all day our body switches between this mode of nervous system being heightened and being relaxed. So we use acupressure points like this just to get a sense for where we are at right now. We're going to interlace our fingers, take our hands over the head to the neck. And you might draw the palms together. So we're kind of creating a clamp at the back of our neck. See if you can find those two big bones at the base of the skull, the occiput bones. And we're going to try and extend our neck, extend through the very crown of the head. So we feel like something is lifting us up from above. And we draw the palms together just under those big bones at the base of the skull, extending up. Drawing the palms together, maybe a little massage in the sides of our neck. Just feeling that extension so that from the very base of your spine all the way up the back of the neck to the crown of the head. You feel long and elongated. Just giving your spine as much room as it needs to extend up and out. Once you find that extension, see if you can come back to the breath again, inhaling to expand through the belly. Exhale, sighing it out. Let's breathe through the nose, see if we can draw oxygen in and around the spine. Maybe feel the rib cage expand, breath move all the way around the spine, giving it all the room it needs. Feeling of the body expanding out and back. And we're going to take our fingers apart, just use our thumbs to trace under our ears. There's a big bone under your ears, just find that. And then underneath that, we're going to press in. This is our Andean point. Small circles here. Another great point for reducing tension in the body. We hold so much stress in our neck and shoulders, especially in this day and age of looking at phones and screens so often. We just draw our head back over our body to be fully supported. Neck is long, chin is slightly tucked. Small circles. All right, let's roll the shoulders now. This big circles, big shrug. And try both directions. Let's come down to our hands. We're going to just find a couple of points along the inside of our wrist. So along the inside of our arm is our heart meridian ending in our little finger. Let's find into the wrist crease and just press in here. This is our Shenmen point on our heart meridian. Might rotate through the wrist joint a little bit. Press in with the thumb. When we bring calm into our heart, this is when we find true wisdom, not in our mind, but in our heart. So as you press in here, you might just take another breath. You might tell yourself, there's nothing I need to do right now, know where I need to be. Now we're going to move into the inside of our wrist, just a couple of finger widths down from the wrist crease. Just press right in the middle. This is on our pericardium meridian. Also for the fire element, same as the heart and the small intestine. And just press in this point. Pericardium is our heart protector, protecting us from shock, from whatever might be not so great for our heart. And then there's a third point on this wrist that we'll also find. It's sort of directly across from that heart point. This is on our lung meridian. So we're just pressing on the thumb side of our hand now, on the inside of the wrist crease, maybe small circles. And collectively, these 3 points join together our heart, our lung, our pericardium, little triangle of acupressure points that you can find any time in your day to bring calm, Just to allow things to settle whenever the world feels a bit too much. Let's switch onto our opposite hand. Let's find those 3 points, those triangle of points on our heart meridian on the inside of the wrist first. Let's move into the middle, a few finger widths down the wrist, pericardium number 6. This self acupressure works on all the same theory as when you have a acupuncture with a Chinese doctor. Just finding points on our meridian lines where our energy might be stuck or might need to flow a little better. Our energy can sometimes be in excess. We can be jittery and scattered, or it can be deficient. We can be lethargic, depressed, joyless. Whichever one it is, we can just key into these points. Let's move to that lung point now, the inside of the wrist towards the thumb. We can always use these points just to find calm, to find ease, to bring ourselves closer to balance and well-being. We're going to tap those points together now. Just tap through that inside of the wrist crease. You can turn your palms over. You might hold them together. Take a breath. Maybe take notice of what's happening in your body as you feel this sense of connection and calm. And then let's slowly just roll the wrists over each other. Both directions. All right, we're going to bring some movement into the body. Let's come into a cross-leg position if you can. You're welcome to stay kneeling on your knees if you like. We're going to interlace the hands. Inhale to lift the arms up, elbows are wide. Turn the palms at the heart, press up, look up. Hold the breath and bring the eyes forward, and then exhale. Take the arms wide. Let's try that again. Inhale, arms come up. Turn the palms, press up. Eyes come forward, and we exhale down. Inhale. Find your own rhythm with the breath, extending long through the crown of the head, allowing the shoulders to sink down as our arms return to the body. Inhale to lift up, press up. Let's do 2 more. All right, we're going to take our right elbow and hand behind the head. Left hand comes across to the right knee. Let's inhale to lift up and twist the spine, looking back towards that elbow. And then exhale, draw that elbow across to the opposite knee. Inhale to reach up and look up. Exhale, draw it across. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, let it go. Let's do 2 more. As we come up, we're going to take our right hand behind the body. Let's take a gentle twist. Inhaling to grow tall, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe twist a little. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, side out. Coming back to the center. So roll through the shoulders. Okay, let's bring the left arm behind the head, hand on the base of the skull, elbow high. Take the right hand across to the opposite knee. Inhale, lift up and look up. Exhale, draw the elbow across the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. One more time, we'll lift up and then take the hand around behind the body. Inhale to lift up and grow tall, maybe chin tucks a little. Exhale, side out. All right, we're going to find just one more acupressure point. Directly behind the belly button on the back is a point usually called the Mingmen in Chinese medicine. We're going to find that at the base of our spine and just rub the knuckles or the hands on the lower spine, either side. This is where we hold our fears. It's where our adrenal glands are, our kidneys. When things don't go so well, our body often releases all kinds of stress hormones, keeping us in this heightened sense of fear. The amygdala in our brain tweaks, and we might feel this sense of anxiety in every part of every day. So just bring a little heat into the body. And let's just come into some stillness. If you'd like, you can draw the palms together in a upside down prayer hands kind of mudra. You might feel the knuckles of your thumbs resting on the base of the spine. Bring the awareness back to the breath. All right, if like me, you're sitting on a block, maybe take it out. We're going to take our feet together, soles of our feet touching, and just find the base of your sit bones. Feel like your spine is being drawn up long. We're going to wrap our hands around our toes and just allow our body to roll from side to side. And be a little playful here. Wherever you would like to roll, you can even roll down on the shoulders if you like. Just whichever direction your body is calling you to move in. Let's extend one leg out. Let's take our right leg out. We'll pick up our left foot in our hand and take our opposite other knee in our other hand, and it's going to open through our hip joints. Your straight leg can move around, doesn't have to be fixed. Just whatever range of movement you have, just open out. Let's drop that leg down to the ground. Just find those sit bones again. Check the knee is close to the earth and supported. We're just going to drop our elbow down, shoulder stacked on top of the elbow, and just lean in, just allowing gravity to connect ourselves to the earth. You might roll through forearm, just like a rolling pin, thumb in the middle and extending out. Just feeling grounded, feeling connected. And then we're going to extend that leg out straight, bring the right leg in, lift up that right foot, and just open out through that hip joint. Hold so much tension in our hips. Maybe you're noticing that, just allow it. The answer to all our frustrations and angers and small irritations is simply kindness, generosity, connection. When we try and find solutions to our angers and frustrations, we tend to just go deeper into the well of separation, of judgment. So we just teach ourselves patience, compassion. We see similarities rather than differences. And again, just drop that knee down. Find those sit bones again. Just shift your weight forward a little. Spine is long. Let's bring the knee down as close to the ground as you can get it. Stack the shoulder over the elbow and just roll in. Allow gravity to do its work. You might roll through that forearm. Feel like you're rolling out a loaf of bread for today's lunch. And then let's extend the legs out the front. We're going to move a little bit more into twisting our lumbar spine. Let's inhale to grow tall. And then we're going to exhale and take our hands out to the side. See if you can keep your sit bone connected to the ground. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. And just move as far as works for your body, keeping the sit bones down. Twisting through our lumbar spine. Nice. All right, let's extend the heels into the ground. Feet are flexed. Well, let's just take our arms forward without trying to stretch too far. Just see where your fingers naturally land. Making sure you're protecting the lower back. And then we're going to move forward as we lift our sit bones up. It feels like a little bit awkward, like a zombie seated walk. We reach forward, lift the sit bone, and then switch. So we're all moving towards our screens. Don't worry if you come off your mat. And see if you can lift through, allowing the spine to extend before you reach forward. And let's go back. lifting to draw the tailbones back. Keeping the spine long. And arriving back where we started. And let's extend through the spine, grow tall again, and just take the hands forward. Just see if you have maybe gained a little bit of length. And then let's take the knees up, and we will just windscreen wipe them out. Take a breath. All right, let's roll over the knees. Come onto all fours. Take the fingers out wide and just press through the ground. Press through each individual finger one at a time. Take a breath. We're going to inhale to lift the chin up, lift the eyes up, drop the spine down. And then exhale, curl the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale to lift up, press through the floor. Exhale, curl up the spine. Find your own rhythm with this movement. Now let's do one more. We're going to curl the toes at the back and just drop our sit bones down to our heels. Say hi to our toes. Let's inhale to lift up and reach up just the right arm. Follow the hand with the eyes all the way behind, and then we'll switch to the left arm. So if you can move the palm in the direction that the arm is moving, keeping the eyes fixed on the hand. Maybe brushing the heel on the way past, maybe not. Inhaling to reach up. Exhaling to let it go. All right, let's bring our hands down to the mat, untuck the toes, maybe knock the feet into the floor. Let's swing the hands all the way behind the body, draw the forehead down to the mat. Take a breath. Staying on our knees, we're going to lift our tailbone up, draw the hands up high, reach back. Exhale, swing the arms behind. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, side up. One more time. And slowly walk the hands forward. We're going to step our right foot up towards the hands, keeping the left knee down. Let's inhale to press through the feet and take the arms up overhead. And exhale to open the chest, open the heart. Inhale to reach up, pressing through the feet. Exhale, open up. Inhale to lift up, reach up. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step that leg back. Lift the tailbone up. Press through the heels, and you might press through the back of the calves, back of the thighs. And then let's drop the knees down. Step forward with the left foot. Just bring it up towards the hands. Tuck those back toes and pressing through the feet. We're going to inhale to lift up and reach up high. Exhale, open out. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, open out. Inhale. Side out. Feel like we're growing long. Spine is long, reaching up. Exhale, open out wide. Let's drop the hands down. Take that knee behind the body. And we're going to creep our hands forward, drop our shoulders and head down, rest our forehead on the ground. Should feel a strong sensation in the back of the shoulders. You might keep your toes tucked or untucked, whatever works for your body. Take a breath. Slowly walk our hands back in. We're going to finish today's practice on our back. So just take your legs out the front of the body. Come down all the way onto the mat. Let's draw the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around. Maybe give yourself a little massage. Let's extend the arms wide, perpendicular to the body. You might like to lift the tailbone up, turn it, take it just an inch or so to the left, and then we're going to drop our knees to the right. Keeping the knees together, shoulders are heavy. You might like to turn your head in the opposite direction to the knees. Feel a twist right at the base of the spine. Slowly allowing our spine to fall back onto the earth. Lifting the knees up again. Might lift the tailbone, move it a little to the right, and then drop the knees down to the left. Keeping the shoulders heavy. Maybe the chin turns around to the right side. Slowly lift our knees up. Draw the knees back into the chest. We're going to reach through between the legs and find the bottom of our feet. Keeping our tailbone heavy, we may have to lift our neck and shoulders a little. Just draw the knees towards the chest. Feel the length of the spine all the way down to the tailbone on the mat. Take a breath. And then let's just extend the legs out. Bring the palms down by the side of the body. Just allow everything to surrender and melt down through the floor. Just be here a minute or so, just allowing our body to just imprint the learnings of this practice. You might bring your attention back to the base of the tailbone, the lumbar spine. Done a lot of twists today, moving through our water element. Maybe helping us become a little more grounded, a little more connected. At the end of your next breath, let's slowly prop ourselves up onto our arms. Without bringing any tension into your neck, just slowly press yourselves up into a seated position. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Today's practice was, of course, inspired by those laws of karma, that idea that how we do anything is how we do everything. We get out of something whatever we put in. So you might thank yourself simply for the decision to practice today. This is karma in action, us using practice to change our habit energy. It's moving away from that sense of reaction, moving towards just allowing life to flow around us. Feeling gratitude for all that we have in our lives. Let's bring our hands together, let's create a small amount of heat. Bring those hands towards the face, just sealing in the lessons of today. And maybe a short bow in respect for the shared energy of practice with each other.